Hey guys, Pyker here, and welcome back to another episode of Kerbal Reach. We are on episode 46, and we are on our way home. So I figured out that little glitch. I don't know if you guys can see this, obviously. The capsule is shrunken again, or has shrunk again. I think it's only whenever I log out when it's docked with something. I don't know what that's all about, but it seems to be fine at other times during the game, so I'm not really too worried about it. But we do have now 21 days until our Joule transfer window. From Kerbin, I have a maneuver node set up so we can get home to Kerbin with our space lab and our capsule. But first, we need to get everybody out of the space lab because it's probably going to be used to, or it's probably going to be thrown into the atmosphere at high velocity, so it'll explode. Ooh, we can actually transfer crew, can we? Nice. That's awesome. I enjoy that a lot. That is cool. That makes things so much easier / quicker to do. Now, can I actually, like, click on the thing and make sure? Yep, they're all in there. Awesome. That is really cool. I like that. All right, well, we killed our Karbonite engines, and we're going to use our main engine on our space lab to get us home, mainly because I think it'll be a little less wobbly, but I could be wrong. So, I mean, we'll figure it out when we get there. But we're just going to fire our engine really quickly to see what our burn is going to be. And it looks like it's going to be not very long at all. Only 157 meters per second of a burn. So we just got to flip around, get around the other side of Minmus here, and get to our node, and then light up our engines. I have our run-in with Kerbin at 58 kilometers above the surface, which is enough for us to detach our space lab, send it back through the atmosphere pretty much probably at a very, very high velocity, so it should explode. And then we'll set up with our capsule from there. And I'm hoping that we can actually re-enter the atmosphere and save the entire capsule, but I don't know if that's going to actually be a possibility. I guess we'll find out. And for some reason that has changed. I think it's because my I burned that for a little second there, but that's okay. We'll just kind of burn from here and see what happens. Not really too worried about it. We can always do a little bit of adjustments. Not a big deal. We'll just click on that guy and give her a watch, and just watch our altitude come down over Kerbin. There is quite a few encounters with the moon while we come through here. We should be able to manage just fine. Oh yeah, we're good. Just gonna adjust a little bit. Reburn. I'd say we'll come down at like... yeah, that looks good. I say if we come down there, we can detach our space lab and still have enough time to shrink our orbit with our lander. And while we're on our way back to Kerbin, we're going to take all the Karbonite that's in this tank and put it in our lander tank. Just so we don't, one, waste any fuel, and two, I don't know, I just feel like, one, I don't want to waste the fuel, and two, if we have fuel in this lander, we might actually be able to save the entire thing. Granted, it's not a huge deal, but, you know, if we can save the whole thing, we might as well. All right, we are on our way. Let's just go ahead and fast forward. See how long it takes. Now, I'm not anticipating having to set up a transfer node / maneuver node to get out to Joule from Kerbin. I'm assuming that we'll be able to reach Kerbin with our Minmus crew before I'll have to do that. So, I hope, anyways. Yeah, I think we'll have time. I mean, it's gonna boil down to getting pretty close to our transfer window, though. So, that actually is pretty good, because that way we can go and screw around with that for a minute. I'll slow this down a little bit, just so we can kind of keep track. It's a really, really high apoaps. $13 days now. That's pretty freaking good. Alright, we're coming in now. So what we're going to have to do, or what I wanted to do, is I want to see if I can actually adjust our periaps to bring it down into the atmosphere. So we can literally just dump the space lab, which that should do the trick right there. Only a 32-second burn. It will bring our apoaps down to a reasonable amount. And then we'll just kind of burn again to get back out of the atmosphere. At least I hope that's what we can do. That would be a bad thing if we couldn't do that. All right, let's go ahead and just do it. I don't think I've ever really done this, so this might be a new experience. All right, we're basically just going to use all the fuel that we can on our space lab. We're going to make sure that there's nothing in our space lab. Let's turn off our RCS here. All right, Bill, I need you to get out really quickly there, buddy, and I want to have you check all of our experiments to make sure everything's clear. We don't have any science left about on this lander, and I want to make sure there's nothing in the lander. I'm pretty sure there is nothing in the lander, but again, I just want to double check in case, you know, just in case, because we have a tendency to send these things into a burning pit of a nothingness, and I'd prefer to make sure that we had all of our stuff that we need before we do that. Okay, so we got that all good. That's good. No mystery goo container stuff. Let's go hop over to the space or the lab here. Just make sure that there's nothing that we can do here. And I think we're okay. All right. Godspeed, Space Lab, because you're going to be having a hell of a ride. All right, where the hell's the entrance here? Hopefully I can get him back in. Board. Awesome. All right. We're going to go ahead, make sure that we have all of the fuel and RCS that we could ever possibly want, which we will do right now. Might as well transfer all the RCS fuel. Like I said, if we could save as much stuff as we can, there's nothing wrong with that. All right, so that's good. Let's go to this tank. Out. Full up there. You never know, we might need it. You never know with these things. Okay, we are all good to go now. We flew past our marker, but that's okay. I'm not really too worried about it. And we'll just burn until we get into the atmosphere. It should pretty much use up all that fuel. This thing's gonna be cooking. And realistically, about 20 kilometers above the surface will definitely kill this space lab. Or at least it should. The hell with it, we'll go a little bit lower than that. We'll go 15. Alright. So that guy is good to undock. So that's what we'll do. We'll undock it. We'll switch back over to our lander. We'll back off of it a little bit. Turn our stuff back on here. Back off of it. Close this shield. And then we got to burn the opposite direction to raise our periaps again. And I don't want to break that solar panel off in case we're in space for a little bit longer than we're anticipating. Keep as many of these things on here. Oh, whoops. I bumped it a bit, but we're okay now. Alright, so now we need to go prograde. We should be going prograde anyways. Oh, right, I gotta activate the engines. There we go. Alright, now let's see if this will raise us back up. Nope, it's pointing us in the wrong direction here. I'm confused now. No, yeah, no, that makes sense. So I don't really want to point directly at our lab here. Just kind of burn off to the side. Goodbye, Space Lab. You served us well. Hopefully that'll raise us up and out of the atmosphere. Might actually better to point this direction. Nope. Wrong direction to be pointing. It's actually going down. We need it to go up. Yeah, if we can get back up to 70 kilometers, I'll be happy. Which shouldn't be very difficult. There we go. Alright, we're safely in orbit again. We'll just go down to our periaps and slow down from there. But until then, we want to switch back over, or at least I want to switch back over to our space lab and watch it explode in the atmosphere, because it's one of my favorite things to do. I like watching these things explode. It's just great. Alright, close that. We'll fast forward until we get down to the... That's actually a pretty cool shot right there. I like that. Let me get a screeny here. There we go. Alright. Back to the destruction that I hope to see. Uh-oh. Yeah, there we go. I was like thinking there for a second. It's about to go down. We'll turn off everything. No RCS, no SAS. Just watch this thing tumble. Oh, starting to straighten up. Those solar panels are going to get ripped off here any second. Now, which side is the heavy side? I'm assuming this side. That's where the engine and all the fuel is, so that would make sense. Oh, there we're starting to get some drag. If this thing survives... Nope, I don't think it's surviving. It's coming in way too fast. Almost 3 kilometers per second. Oh, there goes the solar panels. Goodbye. Wow, really? It's still gaining heat. Okay, well, if we ever need to re-enter the atmosphere... Oh, there it goes. Well, there's something went. A bunch of stuff on the side exploding, but the engine's still good. Oh, jeez. And the new explosions make this a little bit more entertaining. It's starting to cool down now. It's cooling down drastically. Okay, so if we ever need to re-enter the atmosphere and we don't have a heat shield, use the Poodle engine, because this thing is freaking durable. Holy crap. I was not expecting that at all. Yeah, and we're back into the atmosphere. Safely. Huh. Interesting. Alright, well. Let's switch back to our L7K. Oh, well, I'm in atmosphere. Alright, fine. This thing better hit the ground soon. There we go. That was really loud. Close. Aw, really? I guess I gotta go to the Space Center to go back into our L7K. I wasn't expecting to have to do that. That's kind of stupid. I should be able to just, like, go from an exploded spacecraft to the other spacecraft. I just wanted to see that thing explode. Nothing wrong with that, right? Alright, there we go. Now we're back. We completely missed our burn period because of that fact that I couldn't just, like, jump right back to our lander. But that's okay. Alright, now we're going to burn retrograde, I believe. And bring our apoaps down. What's our fuel looking like? Oh, we've got plenty. We'll bring our apoaps down. I do want to enter the atmosphere slowly, and I also want to do it during the day because I don't like not being able to see at all. So we're just going to kind of bring our apoaps down. Holy crap. That is one long tail for our thrusters. Holy crap, or our engines. Plume of fire. See, now the capsule's fixed. See, isn't that weird? I don't know what that's all about. But I know that it's weird. Well, kind of in a bad spot to slow down, so we might just fast forward around and get back to our periaps and bring ourselves down slowly. We've got plenty of fuel to burn to get us down nice and safely. Yeah, I was going to say it should go down to 1. So periap 55. Alright, slow that down, point retrograde, and light these engines back up. And hopefully we can bring ourselves down safely on the surface this trip. I think we can. I mean, I'm almost positive we can. But I definitely want to try to land and keep our entire lander. That would be nice. We've got plenty of parachutes to save it. So we might as well try to bring the whole damn thing home. Ah, delicious iced tea. Ah, all right. That's a cool shot too. I like that. Oh, wrong button. There we go. What are we looking at? We're still coming down. We still got lots of fuel. I think we're just gonna try to bring her down this orbit right here. We might as well. Whoa. Yeah. That was weird. I like right-clicked on my game and it gave me the desktop window for right-clicking on your desktop. Whatever. If we can avoid coming down in the mountains, that would be a plus. I mean, I'm talking like we're just going to keep on burning. Try to bring us down into the ocean at least. There we go. Or maybe on that coastline right there. We can manage, which we should be able to if we cut it like right there. Should do the trick. So we are coming down this. Oh, that's a cool shot too. Stop flipping around. I want to get a screenshot. I like taking screenshots. All right. So once we start getting down in the atmosphere, we'll close our solar panels to try to save those as well because man, we might as well. We might lose our lights, but I'm hoping that our parachutes will survive. Though there is an exposed fuel tank directly underneath of us, so we might have to just immediately start our engines to try to, like, keep ourselves safe. Alright, I'm pretty sure our solar panels are one of these buttons. There we go. We have more than enough electronic charge to last us the duration of reentry. We're coming down pretty fast, but like I said, we still got a little bit of fuel that we can use to help slow us down even more, which I think we're going to use right now. Whoa! Time acceleration screws you up. I forgot about that. Alright, now we're going to fire these engines. Just try to slow ourselves down. I don't really want to come in on top of these mountains, but if we can avoid coming in on top of those mountains, that would be a plus. I just want to slow ourselves down enough that we won't really see that much reentry effects. Granted, I don't know how well that's going to work. Are we clearing? Okay, we're over this last mountain range, which is good. So we shouldn't see. Okay, we are starting to see some re-entry effects, and I want to avoid any kind of unnecessary overheating if we can. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. I don't know what's burning, but something's burning and exploding. Okay, we didn't lose any parachutes. That's good. Our engines aren't overheating yet. We should be slowing down enough that we aren't gonna see any more things explode. We're only going 1,400 meters per second, which isn't that bad. And if our lights aren't exploding, I think we'll survive. There we go. Down in the last layer, and we are done seeing re-entry effects. We're back down to 500 meters per second. 400. 300. Hell, I might even be able to land on these, it says our chute deployment is unsafe, but we're going to try to throw these drogue chutes out. That should do the trick. That really should get us on the ground safely, but like I always have an extra pair of parachutes. So we'll actually add a stage and throw these parachutes down here. Deploy those as well. There we go. We've got lots of parachutes to get us on the ground safely. Whoa, there we go. Our big chutes deployed. At 2,800 meters. I wasn't expecting them. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I'm going to do it anyways. It doesn't seem like it's ripping it apart completely yet, so. Going 18 meters per second. This is probably going to be the softest landing I've ever done. There's our shadow. Should be a shadow coming up. There it is. And then our other chute should deploy at 500. Which will slow us down even more. Or did they already open up? Did they? I can't really tell. Yeah, they already opened up. We're on 10.4 meters per second, which is nothing. Hell, we can even light up the engines a little bit just to give ourselves a definite soft landing. Oh, sticky keys. Okay, I don't know. Lots of smoke. Everything survived. Holy crap. Well, we are safely on the ground of Kerbin. Let's recover our vessel and see how much science we got. Got everybody home safe. That was a pretty nonchalant re-entry, if I do say so myself. I think that went really, really well. Now, how much science did we get? Wow. 4,446.5 science earned. That's a lot of science. All right. Well, we got 12 days until our transfer window with Jewel. I'm probably gonna dick around in the VAB until we need to get our transfer window going. But we're gonna call this episode here because it's been running a little bit long. But I wanted to get everybody home. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this episode, be sure to drop a like at the bottom of the video. It does help me out, and I do very much appreciate it. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss an episode of Kerbal Reach. And thank you all so much for hanging out with me today, and I will see all of you next time.